Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a quick video to share with you all about the principles of a design project that you should be working on right now. So I'm going to start it with another video that I'm going to share, just introducing you again to some of the concepts involved with the principles of design and might act as some inspiration for you when coming up with ideas for your project. I'm just going to play this, and then I'm going to show you some other stuff as well. Okay. So that's just again a little bit of an introduction into the ideas of, principles of design, and where you're going to find the specifics about your project is by going into the material section within our Schoology folder, going to week 7 to 9, and there's a handout there. Okay, you click on that handout, it's going to open up and it's going to show you the specifics, your assignment, as well as some examples. Okay. So, for instance, each student is supposed to make 2 posters, right? Think of these as posters that you're going to be making that illustrate your principle of design. One of them must include text naming the principle of design. So, if your principle of design is pattern, it should have the word pattern in it. At least one of those needs it. The other one doesn't have to, but I, encourage you to include that in both of them. You should complete the principles of design form that was assigned to you in Schoology. It's just going to ask you your name, the principles of design you were assigned, the definition of it, explain it in your own words, and then find some examples, some visual examples to plug into there. And then here are some examples of the project as well. So, for instance, right, we have emphasis right here. This is like you have a lot of elements happening. There's a lot of things going on. You are trying to make a nice, complete image, a poster that somebody would maybe want to put on their wall. And then it's a poster about that principle of design. And so here you have the word emphasis actually fits within the one square that is yellow that stands out from all the blue ones, right? The light blue ones. Here's one on proportion, principles of design. Again, it has the text there, has a repeating element, but that repeating shape changes its size, changing the proportion relationship to each other. Here's some other examples. You could take a look at this, when you have time, a lot of objects coming together to make unity. And you're going to find that most of the principles or most of the posters you're going to make, and this would even be a good idea, include other principles of design. But which one is the strongest? This one involves pattern as well, or repetition and rhythm, in the sense that there's a repeating element, but it's changing over time. So it's more rhythm than pattern, but it has a strong focal point, and this stands out. So what is the piece really about? This one is symmetrical, right? So it has balance. It kind of uses proportion and space as well, but all of these things are coming together to form one image in a harmonious arrangement, which makes it more about unity. Again, here with the symmetry, this is balanced. It's also balanced vertically and horizontally, but there's obviously a repeating pattern as well in this piece, right? Uh, this one that is also symmetrical has a lot of elements of contrast in it to draw in and deals with positive negative space. So it also is using space balance here again, just seeing some examples of what other students have done to represent the principles design is just giving you some ideas for how you might do that. And again, looking a little bit further to some other ideas within my Pinterest board. There's tons of examples all over. If you go on Pinterest, typing in principle of design or just typing in your principle design, looking up to see what other things kind of come up in relationship to that. This one with the bird is really funny how it plays on proportion because we know that a little chick, is not supposed to be larger than a human being. So proportion is a really strong element in that principle design there. Elements that play on balance. Some things don't need to be symmetrical to actually play on the idea of balance. So think about that. Different ways that you can use those terms. Space, how things are spaced out, right? Looking for examples and ideas to make an interesting design poster, right? So there's tons of different ideas out there. It's really infinite list. I want you to make a poster that's unique to you with ideas that you came up with that explain your principle of design. You also can have fun, like, sometimes pattern and rhythm is how we create optical illusions. If you stare into this, it looks like it's moving, right? And again, this is using just like basic principles of design to kind of create that. As your eye moves around, it actually looks like it's vibrating, which is kind of cool. Another optical illusion there for you. So hopefully you understand the project at this point. Again, make sure that you include the word in there somehow. Here is an actual poster that was made to kind of convey this principle design, which is movement or really rhythm. In our case, that's what I call it. And think of something that someone would want to hang up. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to design a poster that describes your principle of design that you were assigned. And there's tons of ideas out there. Here's another example of kind of like unity, things coming together. um, Notice the movement and rhythm in this as the fish repeat and move this way, but there's also kind of an interesting play on space and proximity. What do you think is the best way to represent your principle of design and have fun with this? Don't just like be one and done. Sometimes less is more. This is true. It's something we'll talk about when we're looking at these during critique. But there's also a way that you can show a lot of craftsmanship and care and time, even with a simple design. If it's simple, you really want to go for perfection and try to make it as strong as possible. So maybe some of the things that you're seeing here on the screen give you ideas. Good luck, have fun, and of course, email me if you have any questions at all.